Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I got a 2000 Honda Accord valve cover gasket replacement. This valve cover gasket covers 1994 to about 2002 on the 2.3 motor. First thing you're going to want to do is remove all of the PCV and breather tubes, and then go ahead and remove these 5 bolts on top of the valve cover itself. Please note the valve cover bolts are 2 different lengths. The short ones go in the front, the longer ones go in the back. Carefully wiggle off and remove the valve cover and the old gasket. Clean up any material, RTV silicone that's around the corners of the cam collars, and clean up everything as well as possible. Next thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and clean the groove out in the valve cover itself for the new gasket. And here I have a valve cover gasket set. Includes the gasket, the O-rings for the tube seals, and the grommets for the bolts. Now you want to carefully pry out the old tube seals with either a pry bar or a flathead screwdriver, and carefully hand set the new ones in. Now you're going to want to find a socket that's just a little bit smaller than the tube seals so that you can set those in without damaging the tube seals themselves. And you want to make sure that on the top of the valve cover the spark plug wire guides are taken off, so that while you're hammering in the tube seals you don't damage these. And go ahead and set everything in by hand. Carefully tap the tube seals in until they seat all the way. And the next thing I go ahead and do is I put some grease on the inside of the tube seals so that they slide on without damaging. Go ahead and put your spark plug wire brackets back on and carefully install the new valve cover gasket seal. Now you're going to have to remove the grommets from the old bolts. I just go ahead and pound the old ones off. Sometimes you might have to cut them. You figure out a way to get those off. And putting the new ones on, be very careful that you press them on without damaging them. You might have to get a little bit creative. You might need a socket. You can use a socket and a C-clamp. You can try to press them on this way. I've learned not to try to put them in a socket and hammer them, because that will split them and you'll have a problem. Next, you want to go ahead and clean any of the old material or any grease off of the tube seals, and put some silicone on these sharp corners here on the cam collars. Set the valve cover on nice and carefully and wiggle it into place, taking special caution to watch out for the tube seals inside here, that they don't get damaged or pinched. Help them along and kind of hand press this down. And when you go to put the bolts back in the valve cover, they're kind of long here, so they're not going to be guided in by themselves. You're going to have to try to find where the bolt goes in and threads in there. And it's only going to thread in this far, so you just want to make sure that when you tighten it down all the way, it bottoms out, but you don't over torque it. So hand tighten everything first, and then you can go ahead and run a ratchet down on it. Evenly tighten these bolts, go around in a circle, and tighten them up evenly. And again, make sure that you don't over tighten these things. And then at that point you can pretty much just go ahead and put the spark plug wires back in. Make sure they're all seated down properly. Put the vent tube back on, and make sure that's installed into the intake tube. Make sure all your clamps are positioned properly, and go ahead and clean up when you're done. Careful if you're using brake clean, because it'll strip some of the paint off of here. And then I had an issue with the distributor O-ring leaking oil all over the top of the transmission down in here, so I went ahead and took it over to the pressure washer and cleaned the entire engine out. So that way the next time I come and take a look at it in a week, do a follow-up, I can make sure that there aren't any new or existing leaks from my job or from anywhere else. That's how I went about doing the valve cover gasket on 2000 Honda Accord. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.